Okay. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the day 2 of the League of Legends MUIDS House Tournament, of 2021. Today we'll have the first game being the elimination round between Team Olympian and Titans, where the Titans would be on the blue side and the Olympians would be on the red side. First off, the bans are coming in. First off, going to be a Nautilus ban by the Titans and the Kane ban from Olympians.
Right, so the first ban is the support, a very engaging support. Meanwhile, Titans has also banned Leona. So it seems that Titans are banning two engaging supports to be exact. So they might want to set up for a immobile AD carry. While on the Olympian side, they banned Kane and Darius. So two of the most strongest champion in the games right now.
Seems like the Titans are focusing on the support bans more than ever, because I think Touch My Lantern, which is the support player for the Olympians, are going to choose first. But I don't think it's the key giveaway, because I think they will just get the champions they want and swap later. But there's going to be a Shaco ban from Titans, as well as Seraphine from Olympians.
Yep, Seraphine is also a very strong support right now. High damage, high utility. So it seems this game, both teams are targeting supports.
And also the fact that Seraphine is quite strong in the poking with her Q, as well as many CCs with her E and ult. The only weakness of her right now is her survivability, because she has so little health. Some assassins can just one-shot her. And it's going to be Echo picked up by Star Rain, and Olympians is hovering Kha'Zix. It's going to be Wukong. I think it's going to be Jotai that's going to play Wukong in the top lane. He's been playing it a lot in the solo queue games that I've seen in his match history. This is going to be Lulu, I think, for support. But who knows, because Lulu top is back, you know? Lulu top is back. So just maybe Olympians would pick Lulu top, but I don't really think so, because this is the elimination round.
And we have Aatrox hovering for the Titans there. And it's going to be Alistar. So another tanky engaging support. And it's going to be Jhin, who will be the AD carry for Titans.
Honestly, Jhin with Gale Force and the Collector is highly disgusting damage output. But luckily, Gale Force has already been nerfed this patch. I forgot to mention that today is the Garena servers update for the 11.2 patch, which is going to be featuring nerfs to the Kraken Slayer and Gale Force for the ADCs.
Yep, so two of the core items for both ADCs, Gale Force for Jhin and Kraken Slayer for Kai'Sa. So they might be relatively weaker this patch, but we will see in this game. Meanwhile, the Olympians banned Yone, a very strong mid laner. And it seems Titans are going to ban the wait, what's her name again?
I return to my training.
Seems like to be a Galio mid. So Titans are hovering the Pantheon right now.
And it's going to be Mordekaiser.
In the top lane. Ooh, and it's going to be, is it going to be Master Yi in the jungle? But I don't really recommend Master Yi because there's so many CCs, there's Alistair and Pantheon that can literally point and click CC Yi, disabling him from getting into the back line. But maybe we'll see.
Yep. So now we can see that both teams have chosen their picks. So for Titans, we have Mordekaiser top. It could probably be Echo jungle, but we could also see Pantheon going to the jungle as both champions are very versatile in the two roles. Then we have the Jin AD carry and Alistair support. And as for the Olympians, we have Wukong mid, Master Yi jungle, Wukong top, Master Yi jungle, Galio mid, Kaisa bot lane, and then Lulu support.
I mean, like, honestly, they're not really helping the casters to cast because they literally chose the positions randomly. And it's going to be a hard time for us to keep track of the farms, the CS, and something like that in the game. So we apologize in advance if it really happens, but we'll try our best. And now it's going to be the 3-minute delay before we can get into the game because we're in the spectator mode. And yeah, and then we'll see you guys in the next 2 minutes and a half. Okay, guys, we're now into the game of the elimination round between Titans and Olympians. Now, luckily,
Alright.
we were able to change the players' positions as the client is quite friendly to us. And it
Yep.
looks like the Titans are moving in to the bot side jungle of the Olympians, but I think they're already spotted by the ward in the bush over there.
Yep, you can
But
see the chat. They were saying that they were already spotted.
I wouldn't really do that because you can use it with my
Yeah, you could
advantage.
really use that to your own advantage. But team comp wise, you can see that for the Titans, they have a very, you could say, beefy frontliner. They have a Mordekaiser and a Alistar, so a very tanky frontliner. They also have a high damage carry jungler, which is the Echo and the Jin carry. And they also have the Pantheon, which could also be a huge playmaker as well as the assassin for the team. Do note that Pantheon is a fairly early game champion, so he will fall off soon. And as for the Olympians, we have a Wukong top, which is a very good teamfight champion with his ultimate, which can knock out multiple people. They
Bit of
also,
damage done into the Wukong in the top lane by the Mordekaiser. He's gonna use that corrupting potion to heal up, but now it looks like it has to flash away for safety.
unfortunate for the Wukong there. I would say team comp wise, I would give the advantage to the Titans. Don't you agree, Pat?
Yeah, I do think so because you have the Pantheon to carry in the early game. Jin could farm up and use that late game power spike as well as Echo. Alistar can help out Jin a lot by his knocking away skill, as well as Mordekaiser immediately uses ult in the team fights to be able to get that 4v4, which the late game champions are going to strive in that if Jin can be able to take free shots, use free shots. I mean.
Yep. So they have a strong early game and they can also transition into the late game. Meanwhile, for Olympians, they do have a scaling Kaisa and Master Yi, but like we mentioned, Master Yi is very counterable with heavy CC, which luckily the Titans they have. They have the Alistair knockup and stun. They also have the Pantheon and the Mordekaiser. So it would be pretty hard for the Master Yi to kind of like deal a lot of damage.
And I just spotted something interesting about Master Yi's rune. I mean, if for the past seasons and patches, Master Yi may take Conqueror as a better choice, but now I think there's the new season, season 11. I do think that Conqueror Master Yi is a bit weaker in the early game than, say, if you get the Hail Blades Master Yi and go for the Dustblade build.
Yep. So because of season 11, the game has more damage in it, so the games became more like snowbally. And early game junglers tend to have more impact in the game as they snowball. So for Master Yi to choose a Conqueror rune, which is a scaling rune, we probably wouldn't see him having much impact on the map.
In the early game, of course.
Yep.
And meanwhile, the I don't remember what that's called. Maybe Hex Tech Overdrive by the Echo, but uh, that item is it's just like Hex Tech Revolver, but
Just
just
better.
just better,
Yeah.
which helps in some early fights for the Echo's damage. Nothing is really happening much right now. Both teams just farming, and looks like they're really both dead even, except the Kaiser that has a bit more farm than Jin in the bot lane.
Yep, it seems that the Kaisar and Lulu are poking the Jin, knowing that they have a longer range. That's why the Kaisar has a higher farm than the Jin. But I guess we would be expecting the Alistar and the Jin to all in them soon, as when they reach the level when they can do your combo.
Yes, I do agree because that fourth shot of Jin's could be somewhat deadly if the Kaisers are low, and I mean Kaisers and Lulu are low, as well as his Q, really high damage if you can bounce it off the minions and kill off the minions, so you get that amplified damage. Mordekaisers are pushing in top, recalling back, but I think the Olympians are going to, yep, secure the easy Ocean Drake. Really no visions in the Drake pit from Titans.
Echo going in on the Wukong there, trying to do damage. Wukong ults and ignites the Echo. He has to flash away to survive.
Quite missed positions there for Wukong. I mean the Echo. He has to lose his flash. Trade going off in the mid lane. No one's dead yet, but it's gonna take more damage by the Pantheon. The bot lanes somewhat poking. The Titans are going to back away. Looks
You can
like
see
they
that Jin is half farm from the Kai'Sa.
Yep.
So nothing's really happening right now, but item-wise, you can see that the Mordekaiser is buying the component for, I think it's going to be Rift Maker, the mythic item.
Yep.
While Wukong is buying, would probably be Gale Force, because it's a very strong item right now.
No, not Gale Force, the Gore
Oh
Drinker.
no, Gore Drinker, yep. And you can see the Jin is building a Vitality item, so he would probably go for the Eclipse this game.
It's kind of a debate between Eclipse and Gale Force for Jin in the seasons, because the Eclipse already has a nerf. Because at first in the preseason, Jin was really utilizing the Eclipse to its full potential, but now they nerf it for the ranged champion. And Gale Force is now a bit better. Isa proceeds to
flash. Misses his
flash.
combo.
Yep. Quite bad there for Titans. But hopefully no one's dead yet.
You can see the Mordekaiser has roamed down to mid lane.
I personally do still think that Gale Force is better on Jin because it gives his crit chance as well as the survivability, and also sometimes maybe the execution damage to help with the chase.
Yeah, I think Gale Force is a better item for Jin, as Jin is a immobile AD carry, so he doesn't have a dash. So buying Guildford, he has the option to dash away or even dashing in. Meanwhile, in the top lane, a fight happening. Mordekaiser ults the Wukong. Wukong trying to survive by ulting. And he managed to survive by using his clone.
So Wukong is a very a mind game champion with this W because he can create a clone, and maybe the enemy won't know and can block the abilities of using the clone. But it looks like Master Yi is going to be. Oh no! Flash coming in for both of the.
2 flashes, and it's gonna be first blood.
Yep. 2 flash for 1 kill. I mean, worth it. Worth it, I guess. Not that bad, but
So it gives Wukong a slightly advantage in the top lane, so he might be able to beat the Mordekaiser.
it looks like I can see Master Yi farming up a bit more than Echo and gets that noon quiver. Maybe he's looking for either it can be 3 options, honestly. Gale Force, able to shield bro, or the Kraken Slayer. But I think most likely what would happen is Master Yi buying the Immortal Shield bow, or maybe the Kraken. It's just
could be the Kraken.
Yeah, it could be the Kraken. It's just quite versatile.
Yeah, you can see on the minimap, the Yi has also started the second dragon. So objective control wise, the Olympians are doing great.
But now it's going to be a fight happening in the mid lane. Galeo's going to go all in for someone. I don't really know. Maybe off for safety. No one's dead. Bit of flashes and ults wasted, but nobody's really dead yet.
Yeah, I think the Galio saw the Pantheon and tries to go in, but then later saw the Mordekaiser, so he has to back out.
It's just gonna engage onto the Lulu. Q's coming in. Kaiser's backing away. And they think Lulu's dead, but Alistair takes the kill. So almost gonna be used. Master Yi's maybe going in, maybe not. Not going to go in anymore. Disengage. Rift Hero spawning in the bot lane for Titans. They get the juicy gold plates for the first tower.
So you can see the Echo has ganked bot lane twice now. So the Titans are really focused on their Jhin to let their Jhin fed and carry the game.
But I honestly do think that as a jungler, you should gank the lanes that are winning more. Which in this case, I think getting top lane would be a good option for Titans, because Mordekaiser, if he can snowball, he could really help out the team by dragging someone into the pit into his ult. But
yeah, I do think ganking Wukong is a better option in a way that because the Mordekaiser has already died once, so by ganking multiple times, you have a higher chance to snowball. Hmm?
it seems like our stream is freezing. I don't really know why. The game is not paused. I don't even know if the players are still playing. Or now. What? Oh god. Okay, guys. So I do think that we are experiencing some technical difficulties here. We'll be right back with you. Stick around, please. Okay, guys. Sorry about that. Having some technical difficulties with the stream, and right now we're back. Wukong's gonna flash, uses ignite, and uses ult, but Mordekaiser's just gonna survive. Meanwhile, in the bot lane, Olympians are going to try to get the dragon, but the Titan's already stolen the dragon.
Yeah, but Galio
So many ults coming in.
Pantheon ulted. Jump on the Kai'Sa. Kai'Sa has to flash away.
Galio ults. Kai'Sa's on the double kill.
Yep. Pantheon tries to do damage, but Lulu.
Oh, there's triple kill for the Kai'Sa.
Mordekaiser TPing in, but can't really do anything.
Yeah, I think it's already too late. But yeah, the Olympians, it looks like that they are coming off top from this fight, as well as the Wukong getting the first turret.
Now you can see the Kai'Sa has completed her mythic item, which is Kraken Slayer. And we have Mordekaiser with Riftmaker, Pantheon with the Eclipse, and Echo with the Hextech Protobelt. Is it Hextech Protobelt?
It's now Rocket Belt.
Oh, so they changed the name.
Yes, we do apologize for not remembering the item names because they literally just changed like half of the items in the season. So we're trying to get to it, but we'll try our best to remember the names. It's going to be a bit rough for Jin right now because Kai'Sa is already 3-0 with 157 CS, as well as finishing her Kraken Slayer. Jin didn't get anything yet. Somewhat maybe Gale Force, but it looks like Kai'Sa's going to be on Rampage.
Going to be, is it a kill? No, it's not. So Alistair nearly survived that. You can see the Kai'Sa is 4-0 now with a 450 bounty. Things aren't looking good for the Titan spot lane.
Galio's gonna manage to survive that, dodges the Mordekaiser's E. Kaiser's getting back for the reset buys. Master Yi finished his Kraken Slayer, as we said, and maybe, not maybe, I mean, obviously going in for the Goonsu's Rage Blade build. So Goonsu's Rage Blade in this season has already been revamped. So instead of giving AP and AD and attack speed and also stacking attack speed, they instead give the on-hit effects and removing the crit from the champion. So the damage is going to be more on the output of the on-hit damage type.
Yep. Meanwhile, mid turret for the Titan has been destroyed.
Games are not looking too good for the Titans, as there's a quite a 6k gold lead on there for the Olympians, and looks like Echo's gonna be caught or not. Not gonna happen. Get back to safety.
You can see Mordekaiser going in on the Galio. Dragon is spawning in 30 seconds, so we would probably see a fight happening, as the Olympians would want to contest for this dragon to get the soul.
Both teams are hovering around the dragon, maybe potentially having a fight. It looks like now that the Olympians already started the dragon and going to be secured quite easily. Wukong's ult coming off. Get dragon by Mordekaiser. Get back to safety.
Three-man knockup by the Galio. Go out.
And Master is chasing. Oh no, Jin's dead. And Master is popping off, as well as Kaiser.
Yep.
Not looking
You can
so
see the Master
good.
Yi going in on the Alistar. Alistar has to go down. Master Yi keeps chasing the Mordekaiser.
I think it's going to be
And-
triple kill for the Master Yi.
And it's an ace for Olympians. So very, very well played there by the Galio and the Wukong for knocking up and dealing CC to the Titans.
And the inhibitor is going to fall on the Titan side. And looks like a huge 9k gold lead gap for the Olympians, as they're quite dominating this game. The Titans already only have 1 kill, which is onto the Alistar. The problem with Titans' game plan is that the Pantheon and the Alistar should have knocked the Master Yi away, as well as Echo should have early ganked bot lane in order to keep that Kai'Sa in her place. But now it looks like the Kai'Sa is 5-0. Finished her Ruinous Hurricane. Also having QSS to deny the Mordekaiser's ult, as well as maybe Pantheons and also CC. Maybe looking
think,
for Yeah, potential Baron.
Yep, Baron could be started for the Olympians.
Gets spotted over there by the Mordekaiser. But it looks like it's more like baiting more than getting the Baron for Olympians, as Master Yi is coming in for the team fights. Jin is defending bot, so it's a 4v5 situation. Mordekaiser is
Meanwhile,
gonna get
Galio
caught out.
going in.
Mordekaiser is gonna ult the Lulu. Alistar's gonna go in. Pantheon came in for the scene. This is E. No one's dead yet. And the first down going to be Echo, followed by the Mordekaiser and the Alistar. And it's almost an ace for the Olympians. Looking for an easy Baron.
A 1-4 for the Olympians. Master Yi and Kaiser dealing a lot of damage. Things are not looking very good for the Titans at all.
I mean, Titans really have to have a miracle to be able to win this back, but I don't think that's going to happen anymore since the Olympians are moving in to the base.
I think the one issue with the Titans is that they picked the Pantheon, which is a early game champion, but they don't really utilize his early game and try to pressure the Galio, which gives the Galio a free lane, and finally the Pantheon falls off. So I think that's a wrong decision made by the Titans there.
Yeah, I do agree because the Pantheon is a very, very aggressive, very high damage output in the early game, but it seems like Titan didn't utilize it that much. So, as you said, Agelio had free farm, as well as the fact that Pantheon didn't really roam much. It makes the game a bit more easy for Olympians to win the game.
Yep, the power of Pantheon that we usually see in high level play is that the early game aggression and the roams because of his ultimate, which is a kind of like a semi-global ultimate.
Yep. It looks like Olympians are heading for the Dragon Soul, which is going to be worse and worse for the Titans to be able to do anything. Don't even talk about comebacks anymore because it's 2-14. Dragon Soul is going to be secured. Galio is going to engage into the Mordekaiser. Mordekaiser uses ult to the Lulu. Lulu managed to juke away. And it looks like Mordekaiser is dead. Yep.
What can he do? He was caught out by the Galio and now he's dead. Olympians might have a chance to close out the game right now as it's a 4v5 situation.
Yeah, even it's 2v5 right now, it's going to be way more easy for the Olympians.
Yeah, you can kind of see the snowbally aspect of League of Legends in this game as the Kai'Sa got a triple kill in the early game, and you can see how they kind of snowball until this point.
It looks like the final fight's going to break off, and I do think that the game is freezing or not, but I do think that Olympians have already won the game. And
Yep.
Yeah.
So sorry for the difficulties.
But I do believe that the Olympians have already won the game. And after this, we will be having a semi-final game between the Phoenix versus the Berserkers. It's going to be a best-of-3 game. So first, the first team to get 2 wins first is going to be the winner and proceeds to the finals. And yeah, thank you guys for this game, and we'll see you guys in the next 15 minutes.